Today is a day that we shall all remember in WWE Politico history. It is the heel turn of one Robert Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. The elite are powerful enough to give you both an enemy and a hero and have them work off one another to keep you distracted and loyal. The average citizen's not mentally equipped to fight a strategy like that, and that's true. That's why you are here. That's why you are here, because you are not the average fucking citizen. And no, I'm not pandering to you. I'm telling you. Today is the day. Last night was the day. Last night was the night. The great heel turn. Robert Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. I told you he wouldn't last. I told you he wouldn't last. Why do you think he's taking all that shit? Come to find out, there are rumors about this guy keeping record of all the young, beautiful girls he bangs. Why do you think a guy like that, with all that money and all that influence, all that power, likes to get involved in the environment around all those, working with all those NGOs and running those NGOs? Who staffs those things? Why has he been married 3 times? Because he's a frat boy. He's a party boy. And now he's made the heel turn. Don't say he hasn't. He has. At a dinner party yesterday, where apparently they bring fucking professional videographers, he made a fucking statement about China making COVID-19 and making it specifically so it'll kill white people and black people, but also specifically making it so it wouldn't kill Chinese people or Ashkenazi Jews. Ashkenazi Jews. Now let me ask you a question. Are we supposed to infer from that the Chinese people just love the Jews? Or are we supposed to infer from that they might have had something to do with the making of COVID-19? Look at this guy. This is a shot. This is a screen grab from the actual video. I'll show you the actual video. Look at this guy. I got a song to play for you. Because it's in honor of his heel turn, RFK Jr.'s heel turn. I got a little motivational song to play for you. And ironically enough, it just happens to include. Why is there a picture of me at the bottom? Oh, that's my camera. Hi, you can see me. I'm not picking my nose. Ironically enough, it just happens to include a late 60s, a guy in his late 60s, who, by the way, doesn't take fucking human growth hormone and testosterone replacement therapy and steroids so he can fuck all the little girls in the fucking humanitarian organizations and environmental organizations that he works with and runs. Here's a little music for you, just to get you all pumped up for this excitement. This is for you, Robert. This is your political career going down the tubes, buddy. That's what a 60-something-year-old man's supposed to look like. He's in good shape. Well, it doesn't take $15,000 a month and spend it on human growth hormone and testosterone replacement. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Happy Sunday to you. I'm celebrating over here. Because the fraud has shown his true fucking colors. There you go, boys and girls. A nice little clip for you. Celebration of fucking Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s political fucking suicide he committed yesterday. Now, right after fucking Mike Pence did the same thing. Clearing up that troubling fucking field. It's getting too big. Well, you know what happened? Let me tell you something real quick. Interestingly enough, word had just come out Friday, and it was being bantied about, whatever the fuck the word is, in the diplomatic circles and back rooms of the Democrat Party. And word has come down that Joe Biden's not running. He's not going to be allowed to run. It's too much. It's too much. So, the day after that, now I'm not the only person who's mentioned this. I'm sure there's others out there, and I picked it up from one of these mainstream media outlets. They're talking about that Friday. The very next fucking day, potentially the leading candidate. Now, we know Gavin Newsom's going to be ushered in, or somehow or another, they'll try to run fucking Kamala if they want to lose to the Republican. They might want to lose to the Republican, so they might run Kamala. If they want to steal it and keep the Democrats in power, then they'll go with Gavin. But the very next fucking day that it comes out that he's fucking done, the hero manufactured frat boy running around leading with his fucking dick, piece of shit who's never done a damn thing with his life, and all the power and all the influence and all those legs up that he had from the beginning, shoots himself in the foot at a fucking dinner party. Then he has the gall to come out and say, "I didn't say it." You want to see him say it? You want to see him say it? That guy. There you go. There's that guy. Just want you to know. That guy. That look. He has the gall to come out and say, he didn't say it. By the way, how's it being received? It's being received that we're fucking crazy.
As human beings, you and I need fresh, pure water to replenish our precious bodily fluids.
This is how it's being received. Oh, he's crazy. Oh, he's crazy. This is how it's being received. By the way, that was Clanedonia. If you'd like to hear them again, I don't know if you can book them. The last time they apparently put anything on it was 2019. So they might not be out there anymore, but you can certainly buy some music from them. I'll post a link to their nice website right here, okay? Just so you know. Clearly he did say it. This is New York Post. RFK Jr. says COVID may have been ethnically targeted to spare the Jews. Democratic presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. dished out wild COVID-19 conspiracy theories this week during a press event at Upper East Side restaurant, claiming the bug was a genetically engineered bioweapon that may have been ethnically targeted to spare Ashkenazi Jews and Chinese people. Kennedy floated the idea during a question and answer portion of the raucous booze and fart-filled dinner at Tony da Napoli on East 63rd Street. COVID-19, there's an argument that it's ethnically targeted. COVID-19 attacks certain races disproportionately, Kennedy said. COVID-19 is targeted to attack Caucasians and black people, the people who are most immune, and Ashkenazi Jews. The people who are most immune are Ashkenazi Jews and Chinese. Ashkenazi, not Ashkenazi. My fault. We don't know whether it was deliberately targeted or not, but there are papers out there that show the racial or ethnic differential and impact. He also started talking about saying that there are more out there. There are more weapons out there that are being developed as we speak. He says, we do know the Chinese are spending hundreds of millions of dollars developing ethnic bioweapons, and we're developing ethnic bioweapons. They're collecting Russian DNA, they're collecting Chinese DNA, and we can target people by race. That's what he's talking about. That's what he's talking about. Now, of course, he at first tried to deny the remarks. Jewish organizations blasted Kennedy for his remarks, as you would expect. Why is this significant? He's pulled a fucking Alex Jones. He's done the heel turn. He's done the heel turn. He was the hero, and now he's come out and said some wacky shit, and the wacky shit at a fucking place where it's right in front of a camera, knowing full well the camera's there. He didn't come right out and say the Jews made it, but of course that's the implication, and that's why Jewish people are pissed. Because Jewish organizations will understand the innuendo there and the way it will be manipulated by people, the conspiracy theorists, to conclude the Jews worked with the fucking Chinese to make COVID-19. That, boys and girls, is the end of Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s fucking campaign. I'm sorry, I'm happy. It came a little earlier than I expected, but the problem is, thank you, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. The problem is, people like us who understand that it was fucking manufactured, people like us who come out and say things like that are now going to be painted as anti-Semites. Whack jobs and anti-Semites. Let me show you the actual video. Just so you don't think I'm making this shit the fuck up. What do we got? Where is he? Here you go. You can watch it yourself. Judge for yourself.
And we need to talk about bioweapons. Well, I know a lot now about bioweapons because I've been doing a book on it for the past 2.5 years, and you know, the technology that we now have to develop these microbes, we've put hundreds of millions of dollars into ethnically targeted microbes. The Chinese have done the same thing. In fact, COVID-19, there's an argument that it is ethnically targeted. COVID-19 attacks certain races disproportionately. The races that are most immune to COVID-19 are because of the structure of the genetic structure.
Look at that look.
Genetic differentials among different races.
Look at his look.
Of the receptors of the ACE2 receptor. COVID-19 is targeted to attack Caucasians and black people. The people who are most immune are Ashkenazi Jews and Chinese. But we don't know whether it's deliberately targeted that or not. But there are papers out there that show the racial and ethnic differential impact of that. We do know that the Chinese are spending hundreds of millions of dollars developing ethnic bioweapons, and we are developing ethnic bioweapons. That's what all those labs in the Ukraine are about. They're collecting Russian DNA, they're collecting Chinese DNA, so we can target people by race.
Wow. Wow. You want to see him say it again? You want to see the exact moment he tanked his fucking campaign?
Genetic differentials among different races of the receptors.
It's like he's forcing himself to do it.
COVID-19 is targeted.
Either that or the coke's wearing off.
Caucasians and black people.
Here it comes.
The people who are most immune are Ashkenazi Jews.
You notice he tightens up. He goes into the serious defensive stance. He puts his he folds his arm over his chest like he's expecting to get shot. He knows it's coming. See how open he is? Watch it.
Black people. The people who are most immune are Ashkenazi Jews and Chinese.
Look at that guy. You went with the Jews, dude? I don't know who this guy is, but he's going to be a meme. You know he's a meme. He's already a meme someplace. I haven't seen it yet, but you know he's a meme. You went with the Jews, dude? Really? He fucking went with the Jews? God damn. Fuck. Why not? This is for you, Bobby. Lordy. He's done. He's toast. So funny. Sorry. You went with the Jews, Bobby? Really? You had to go with the Jews, huh? Woo, bitches. Yeah. Thanks, Bobby. Now we're gonna be fucking anti-Semites too. I didn't know how they were gonna make that. Eventually, I'm sure they were gonna make that. But that's what they fucking did. Thanks to Midas Touch on Twitter. He's the one who clipped that and put it up there. Thank you very much, Midas Touch. I'm not anti-Semitic at all. No one's saying on my end. No one on my end is saying it's the Jews. No one on my end is saying it's the Chinese either. So keep your goddamn fucking memes about crazy people to yourselves when it comes to me. However, USAID, Predict Project, and Deep VZN, they are making deadly pathogens. They do have spent a whole lot of fucking money. And they expect to have 12,000 of them by 2026. That's real. That's reality. And they're working on those in China, Scott? No, they're working on those in places like Tbilisi, Georgia, Jordan, and that whole map of all those different fucking bioweapon laboratory facilities that we have all across the fucking world. Ironically enough, not in Russia, not in China, and not in the United States of America. But they are ours, and that's where COVID-19 came from, specifically the Lugar Center in Tbilisi, Georgia. I got plenty on that. But yeah, he's right. They're making another one. They've bragged about it. Bill and Melinda Gates sat smiling to each other saying, they'll listen to us next time. Look that video up. It's out there. China made a fucking COVID-19. They started making COVID-19 in 2004, boys and girls. 23 years ago. They started making it way back when. Way back when. There's Fauci. There's Cheney. There's Bush. These plans don't just happen overnight. In all likelihood, we infected Ukrainian soldiers in 2019 and sent them to the Wuhan Games in October of 2019 so that the outbreak would start in the Wuhan Games where the Wuhan Institute of Virology just happened to be. It wasn't a coincidence. Bunch of stuff here you can pull up and look at. Clearly, I am not saying that RFK Jr. is a nut job. I am saying he is deliberately in the process of deliberately demoing our fucking movement. This happens. This happens quite often. He was never going to be president. He knew he was never going to be president. I told you that his background was too sketchy. He's got stuff out there. Barbara told me about the fact that he was something with his wife, and there's supposedly some list of his conquests. One of he's got a big mirror in his fucking bedroom where he who's a fucking character from American Psycho? He does his fucking chicks and stares at himself and flexes his muscles while he's having sex with him. I wonder if he does that crazy shit. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. needs to get the fuck off the roids and the testosterone replacement therapy and just get on back into the fucking... Just go back to doing fucking interns. Okay? And just keep adding to your list. And eventually your heart will blow up from all the fucking juice you're doing. And obviously the blow you're doing. That's cool. That's cool. I'm sure your family expects nothing fucking more from you. Leave this stuff to us. I mean, you could tell from his demeanor while he was talking. It was a combination of some kind of fucking stimulant and fucking alcohol. But he was uncomfortable. Now, maybe because he was told he had to fucking toss in the word, the Jews in there somehow or another. So that we could all be labeled as anti-Semitic now. Or maybe because he just didn't know what the fuck he was talking about unless he's briefed by his handlers right before he says something or goes and does an interview. Or maybe they're whispering in his ear with a fucking thing when he's on camera, but they didn't have that this time. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He was being forced to do it, to say what he said, blame China, and by extension, Ashkenazi Jews, which is just fucking bizarre. Just, there's reports on Stormfront. Because none that I've read I don't think that Canadian fucking group of, I don't think the physicians, frontline physicians, I don't think they've blamed the Jewish people for this. He is out. He is done. He is finished. He is toast. And I find that, I find that, you want to know how I find that? This is how I find that. Have a good Sunday, people. I'll let these guys take you out. Bye, Bobby. Bye, Bobby. Bye.